Welcome back, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel Techie Amrit. I'm back again with new topic and new session, that is encapsulation, right? So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and share it so that whenever I create a new video you get the latest update first and you can enjoy and you can learn more, right? So let's start. Okay, so the things that we are going to cover in encapsulation topic is what is encapsulation, where we are going to use encapsulation, and when we talk about encapsulation, then it is important that it may create a questions in your mind that okay, what encapsulation does, abstraction does the same. So we just like get into more deep dive into the difference part here. So if you haven't gone through the previous video of abstraction, I give you my video link in the I button as well as in the description box. Please go through the video, and I request to all users to see this video till end so that you can get the full knowledge about this topic. So let's start. Okay, it is a procedure of encapsulating, wrapping the data and the function in one unit, that is a class. Okay, so why we call it encapsulating? As the name suggests, in capsule. So it's like a, in medical terms you have like a capsule which shows like two colors. Usually when you see a capsule you see two colors, right? So similarly, so and that capsule consists, it is tightly packed. So we kind of correlate this with our programming language. The encapsule here is our class, which consists of data and functions, which are two parts that are tightly coupled, or you can say that enclosed or wrapped in one unit, right? So what encapsulation actually does, encapsulation basically uh, works on the at the time of the implementation of the items. Like suppose I would say like you are like I would use a similar example. Like if you are like create if you wake up early in the morning and you just press the button of your coffee machine, right? So in abstract in encapsulation, you should know when you press the button how it is fetching the water, how it is fetching the milk, and how it is like like crushing the beans in the back end. So in encapsulation we are more interested, more focusing on what our object or what our machine actually does, how it is performing. I would take another example of an ATM machine. You go on an ATM machine, you just put your card, you give the commands, and it process your money and give you the money out, and uh, give you the remaining receipt of the amount, right? So how it is processing, how it is working behind. So this is what encapsulation, you are like abstracting, you have a restricted access, right? You don't know how actually it is performing. So in order to achieve this process of encapsulation, we have access modifiers in our object oriented programming languages in C sharp, like public, private, protected, internal. I'm not going to going deep into these access modifier. I will create a separate video for it, but I will give you a small overview in when we go to our practical portion. So uh, so you have if I have to summarize on this small encapsulation definition, then encapsulation is like hiding the important details, background details from the user, right? How uh, it is performing, right? So or you can say what object actually does, we focus more on that. It is like at it is a runtime item. Why I call it as a runtime item? Because whenever you write a code, right, uh, you define few attributes, few functions, few methods. uh, you may want that okay, if I have defined like three methods in one class, I want to give access of two methods to my derived class. So here comes the role of like encapsulating. You have encapsulate your one method, you restricted the access to the derived class, right? So the accessibility may depend upon your choice. You want it at the class level, you want it at the to the project level, right? So you want at the inheritance level. So that we will see in the example. So let's jump to our practical portion. Okay, so again I will use the my console application that I have used for interfaces and abstraction. So I use it for encapsulation. So I have created like a small interface, like I manage encapsulation. So in encapsulation I created two methods. One is programming language and unit test cases, right? So in order to use those two methods, I created one class called implement this access modifier, or you can say there is another class I have created. Let me check it. This is Java developer, right? So if you are a Java developer, you are implementing this class I manage encapsulation, right? So these are the two public methods. When you implement it, they they automatically created for you. You have to just write the body part, right? So I created one method inside this programming language. I write programs. So I give the private access of this method, right? So I have written the write programs method, right? So I printed like a small I would say the print messages inside it. So whenever you are accessing the Java developer class, you have access of these public methods, right? So you can't access directly this write program method if you create an object of this Java developer class. So you're restricting the access. You can't access this write program directly. You have to access, you have access of this programming language method, right? I can show you, like if I go to my main method class, I created an object of Java developer. Now I do Java developer dot programming language, Java developer dot unit test cases, right? So as you can see, Java developer dot, so here in this class I don't have access of this method write program. If I try to access this method write program, see, you cannot see this. You are not able to. If you try to access this, then it will throw error, right? Due to you can see Java developer write program is inaccessible due to its protection level, right? So this is how protection works here. Like I would show you one more access modifier that is protected, which like if I have like a base class, like this is my parent, or you can say the base class, where I have just created one property protected int any number, right? Now I have another my derived class, or you can say the child class, where I have tried to inherit or to use this properties in my derived class, right? Then simply I try to create that object of base class. I would create an object so that the inheritance rules, what it says, okay, when you create an object of a base class or a parent class, you can access its properties and methods. Now I try to create object dot, so you can see if I try to access any number, then see I am unable to do so. See, it simply gives you cannot access protected member, why qualify this, right? So how it is possible? It is only possible with the help of our derived class object. So where you should keep two things in mind. It cannot be accessed by the object, it can be only accessed by the derived classes, right? Now this is my derived class. I created an object. I will create obj2 dot, here you can see any numbers and number 2, that is member of the same class, right? So you can access the members of your base class using the derived class object, right? So you should keep this thing in mind, right? So now the question may came to in your mind that okay, encapsulation is also hiding process and abstraction is also hiding process, so where the difference lies? So guys, if I give you like small overview, like okay, abstraction basically works on the UI portion more at the design level, right? I would say you are like accelerating a car using your car pedal. Your car suddenly changes. I mean to say that you are driving like X car, now you are driving any Y car, right? So you are like driving another car, but you don't have to worry about that, that how the pedal process is like has changed, or how internally it is working. You are pedaling the car, and the car you are able to drive, so you are focused on the at the design level. Similarly, when you are like, you have a coffee machine, you are pressing the button how coffee is making, you are not focused on how it is internally working. So what our object does, you don't have to care about it. What you have to care is, you have to care about uh, how you are getting the output at the UI level, how you have to access that object, right? So encapsulation does that is a bit differently. So it focuses on internal mechanism, that what actually it does. See, it focus on object, in abstraction it focus on object rather what it does, but in encapsulation it focuses on internal mechanism, what object does actually, right? And abstraction solves the problem in the design level, as I explained you, but in encapsulation it solves the problem at the implementation level. How it is solving our problem at the implementation level, that we are like, we are setting the private protected methods, like we cannot access this method directly, but how we can access using this method, public method, right? So we are whenever program runs, our program runs, so it will decide like how we are going to access this method, so implemented at the runtime. Simply I give you like a example of a car changes, but we should know how to give acceleration, so it need not to worry about it. If our car changes, we should know how to accelerate a car. So in encapsulation we focus on like how engine is working, how internal mechanism is working. So guys, this is the main difference you should keep in mind when you are explaining that, okay, both are like working like hiding the implementation, but from what point? One abstraction does at design level, and encapsulation does at the implementation level. In abstraction you focus on the UI level, right? But in encapsulation you like at the implementation. So if you have like want to get the more clear idea about abstraction, I will add the my previous video that I have explained about the abstraction. I will give a link in on I button, and as well as in the description box. Okay guys, this is it for this video. Hope you liked the video. Please share, comment, and keep watching my channel Techie Amrit. Thank you. Bye.